Alright, so welcome back everybody. So this is the Husqvarna Svartpilen 401 and we're riding this in the amazing Tamini Ghat, and this is an excellent view over here. This is a newly launched bike. Of course, we have seen the 250s, that is the 250 Svartpilen and the Svartpilen in India before, but this is a 401. We can see that the 400cc segment in India is really growing and there's many bikes coming out right now. So let's start riding right now.
I don't want the shit. I don't want to be a boyfriend or other shit. I don't want to get involved with all these other chicks. I don't want to get involved with any of the shit. With all these other
What's up?
chicks.
So I'm riding the Husqvarna Svartpilen 401. First ride impressions of this bike, to be very honest with you, this is very much like the KTM Duke 390. In fact, I feel like I'm riding the same bike but with different design. Also, it is indeed the same engine as the KTM Duke 390. It produces the same power, same torque and everything. There are few differences between the both, where I think this has got a lesser ground clearance than the Duke 390. Also, this bike is priced at 2,92,000 ex-showroom Delhi, and I think Duke 390 is priced 3,11,000. So there's a difference in the price, but I think these guys are gonna go up in the price once they, once people start buying it. I think this is just an introductory price or something, should be. Alright, so the brand Husqvarna goes way back in 1903 when they started manufacturing motorcycles, but the company was found back in 1600s, around 86 or 83 to be precise, and I'm not sure about that. But then they initially started with bicycles, and 1903 was when they started manufacturing engines and motors and stuff like that. And around 1920s they started manufacturing proper street bikes and got into street dirt racing and stuff. Right after the World War II, they were limited to two-stroke engines. Since then they've been really into these dirt racings and rallies and dirt bikes. I think post 2010 is when these bikes were actually put out. So you guys might be wondering, why not the Svartpilen 401 in India? Svartpilen is more like a cafe racer, and most of Indians don't prefer cafe racers as much as they do scramblers. And scrambler is a perfect bike for India because there's not an off-roading bike. This bike is for broken roads and unpaved roads like that and stuff, and most of that is India. They thought that this would be a perfect match for Indians and they went ahead with this one. Fun fact, I recently learnt about this. The name Husqvarna actually means windmill. Hughes for wind and Quana for mill, so it's actually a windmill, and I think it's something related to them using windmills for running their machines in their manufacturing plant back in the 1600s, and that's how this name has come out. Alright, so let's stop with the facts and get back to the motorcycle. Suspension is very similar to Duke 390. It's got a 5-click adjustment for rebound and compression. I think it's on the harder settings right now for the guard section, but there's not a lot of difference between the Duke 390 and this bike. It's pretty much the same engine and same electronics and same dials and the same TFT display. This is kind of shaped differently. I think the screen in Duke 390 is much more bigger than this one. Also, this has got lesser ground clearance than the Duke 390, and I have no idea why that's the case, because this is a scrambler and I think scramblers should have a better ground clearance than a street bike. In terms of the brake is amazing. As always, KTM brakes, KTM brakes are nice. This is good too. That's the same thing, by the way. It's got a 320mm disc in the front by Bybre, and it's got a 240mm in the back. I think the only thing that's kind of different from the Duke 390 and Svartpilen 401 is probably the design elements. Yeah, this bike, I like the design of this bike better than the Duke 390, that is a 2024 model. To be honest, I have no clue what genre this design comes into. Is it retro? No, absolutely not. Is it futuristic? Yeah, but it's got retro features in it. So can I call it futuristic retro? If that's even if that's even a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna call that. Okay, I just came up with that. Crazy, let's go. Amazing mountains, man. Look at that. That looks unreal.
Tell the end. I know I gotta make it in. I'll fake it to pretend. Cause fuck all of the hating that you say is in my head.
Alright, so the one thing that I don't like about this bike is probably the posture, and I'll show you guys why that's the case. So when I sit on the bike, yeah, my body is kind of leaning towards the handlebar, and I really don't like, because I'm very used to adventure motorcycles, and adventure motorcycles are over here. So if you're someone who is going to transition from an adventure motorcycle to this bike, you guys might want to rethink your decision, because I'm already starting to have backaches. Yeah, that's something that I find really uncomfortable. A handlebar raiser would actually fix this issue. It might be because I'm very used to adventure motorcycles and having tall handlebars. Another thing that I don't like about this bike, which I didn't really like in the Duke 390, is the rear mudguard, which is so ugly, man, for this bike. Imagine this having a nice tail tidy. It would look amazing. It's been the case with the Speed 400, the Duke 390, and this bike now. So I don't like, people in the launch event didn't really like the grab rail, but I feel like it's okay. It's very simple and basic and generic, but I think it goes well with the bike, not an issue.
One major thing that I forgot to talk about this bike is the tires, man. You get Pirelli Scorpion Rally STRs, which is crazy, and these comes as stock. But the problem is, once you need a replacement, then it's going to be very hard to find these set of tires in India, especially because these are not available in India anymore, or no one is importing it as well. And even if you can source it, it's going to be really expensive. So I think most probably you might have to go with a CH or a MRF once you wear out those Pirelli Scorpion STRs. The quick shifter on this thing is just crazy, man. Even the downshifting and the upshifting is just amazing. I love it. Talking about pillion comfort, the pillion was comfortable enough, but the bike wasn't that comfortable. I had a 100 kg pillion on my bike today, and it felt like the bike's suspension was bottoming out in the rear. You know, the bike was struggling to have a 100 kilo pillion. The mirrors seem okay. They don't seem to tilt to different directions if you go post 120 or 130 km/h. That's not the case on this bike. Coming to the seat comfort, I think it was okay till now. In terms of my bottom, I had no aches or any kind of pain for that matter. But right now, I've ridden around, let's say, 120 kilometers on this bike, and I kind of, you know, the pain is kind of starting to creep up. The heat dissipation is weirdly behind my knee and my thighs, actually. I can feel it right now on the right side. So alright, so if I were to choose between the Duke 390 and the Svartpilen 401, I think I would probably go for the Svartpilen 401 because of the way it looks, for sure. But the first thing that I would probably do is, you know, kind of do something about the handlebar situation, and the second thing is get the tail tidy done, and most importantly, the capability of riding on unpaved or on broken roads, which the Duke 390 will definitely not be comfortable on doing. I think as the first ride impression, this is all that I can talk. I definitely need more experience or more kilometers on this bike to even talk anything about the engine. And I think I'm gonna end the video right away here. I hope you guys liked it. You guys know the drill. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.